What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Your boy, the Dread Man, is back here to give you guys my SummerSlam 2018 review. And man, I have not been on YouTube in a month and some change, but part of the reason that is because I haven't really been too motivated to make YouTube videos lately, and there's been some things that I've had to take care of inside my own personal life, but I'll probably get to that in another video. But yeah, I'm making this video for two reasons. One, to give you guys my thoughts on SummerSlam this year, because I'm a huge wrestling fan for my regular YouTube audience. And also, two, just to let my regular YouTube audience know that I'm not dead and I still do make YouTube videos. Anyway, overall, I will give SummerSlam 2018 I will give it a solid 7 out of 10 because there was a couple of things, there was a couple of curveballs that happened that I did not expect in the squash matches. I think like this event probably has the record for squash matches in a single pay-per-view, or at least a SummerSlam. But anyway, Seth Rollins and with Dean Ambrose, the 2/3 of the Shield, going up against Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre. Pretty solid technical wrestling match. You know, there were some damn good spots from both guys, and I kind of did call this match because Seth Rollins had the momentum going into it with the new improved Dean Ambrose, but a lot of people was looking for that heel turn for Dean Ambrose, the return of Dean Ambrose at the end of the match. Some people speculated that Dean was gonna screw him, and that Ziggler was gonna retain because of that. But hey, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes with time. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a solid match. I mean, I'll give it that match probably about a 7.5 out of 10. New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers, kind of a sleeper match. I mean, there's a couple of spots that's, just enough to hold your interest. But come on. I mean, we know how the New Day operates by now. The New Day is the New Day. And the Bludgeon Brothers are the Bludgeon Brothers. But, I mean, yeah, the match ended in a DQ. So, matches like that are usually, while there's a couple of good spots in it, there's no real results. So, it's kind of lackluster. I'll probably give that one, like, maybe, 5 out of 10. Next, first squash match of the night. Well, I'm just going over the main card here. Braun Strowman, Mr. Monster in the Bank, going up against Kevin Owens. I did expect a longer, more drawn-out match for this, but let's be real. Braun Strowman's on a tear right now. The result's going to be the same regardless. The match lasted less than 2 minutes, so yeah, not really much to go over. It's a squash match, but yeah. Title, let's see, SmackDown Women's Championship match. Charlotte Flair, Carmella, and Becky Lynch. Now, I kind of expected Becky Lynch to go over. Probably because that result made the most sense to me. Charlotte Flair getting the strap on her again, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But, I'm sure WWE knows what they're doing by now. But I knew one thing. I knew Carmella wasn't going to walk out SummerSlam with that championship round of race. But, like I said, me, like everybody else, wanted Becky Lynch to win. But, I'm going to be interested to see in a Charlotte-Becky Lynch feud, preferably with that feud ending in Becky with the championship because they're going to portray Becky Lynch as a heel now, but we'll see. I expected this match to be the match of the night, and I'm going to give it the match of the night. You know what? I don't know. You know what? Forget it. I'm going to go ahead and give this the match of the night. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Now, there's this whole storyline going into it, with Samoa Joe trying to get into AJ Styles' head, with him, talking about his family and bringing his personal life into wrestling, saying that he can't separate his personal life between his professional life. We all know that's not true, but it does make for good TV, and it does give drive and motivation behind AJ Styles. Now, I actually kind of wanted Joe to win this match because Joe is the heel going into this, and he's never held that title before. Come on. We all know that AJ is going to have at least 2 or 3 more title runs before he calls it a career. So it would make sense to put the title on Samoa Joe here, especially because of SummerSlam. SummerSlam one of the big 4 pay-per-views. But, yeah, the spots in the match were amazing, especially on the outside of the ring. Yeah, especially when AJ speared Samoa Joe through the off the table through the barricade. That was pretty awesome. But it was a solid wrestle match. Like I said, it was made for good drama on the outside of the ring. But yeah, overall, I'll probably give that the match of the night, which I would rate an 8.5 out of 10. The second match of the night, second best match of the night, The Miz and Daniel Bryan. I actually did call this match. I was like, man, The Miz is going to win this match because of outside circumstances, some kind of weird screw job is going to happen. Because and the thing is, it makes perfect sense because they say that this match was 8 years in the making, and you're going to be stupid to think that this feud between Bryan and the Miz is going to end here. This match is probably going to drag all the way on to Survivor Series, and hell, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. But I mean, the match was very, very well wrestled. I mean, there was a lot of good back and forth. That's probably more back and forth action in this match than any other match on the card. I mean, but like I said, I would give this match an 8 out of 10. Finn Balor, the Demon, returning against Constable Baron Corbin. God, this was the second squash match of the night on the main card, and my goodness, even though this was a squash match, it was. I mean, Finn Balor's entrance was longer than the actual match itself, and guess what? This was a squash. A lot of people don't like squash matches, but me, this was a squash match that I loved every single second of. I loved it. It was a showcase of Finn Balor's talent and skill and how good he can put on the show in just a short amount of time, too. And I don't think it'll bury Baron Corbin's character, his little constable character. I still think he's going to do a little bit more with that. But, I mean, it's interesting. Like I said, this is going to be interesting to see going forward, especially when they do with Baron Corbin. Because I think but what more can they do with Baron Corbin after this squash match? I mean, how can we take him as a serious contender going on? But, like I said, we'll see. Next, this is another great match, and I thought this match would last a lot longer. But Shinsuke Nakamura going up against Jeff Hardy. The spots in this, the back and forth action in this one was pretty damn good too. I mean, I thought that Randy Orton was gonna come out during the match and RKO Jeff Hardy, but I mean, hey, he came out after the match. He just briefly showed his face and then went on. I guess, hey, he suffered enough, so I might as well not even really touch him. But it was better than that match that they had at the last pay-per-view. But I mean, Shinsuke and Jeff Hardy for the 10 or 15 minute match they put on a decent clinic. I mean, they really did. They put on a pretty damn good match for the amount of time showed. The last squash match of the night. Ronda Rousey going up against Alexa Bliss. I'll be honest. I was a skeptic. I really did not see this coming. This was a shocker of the night to me because I was like, man, Ronda Rousey hasn't been in the WWE for 3 months yet. They're not going to put the title on her. She's going to lose some outside circumstance or some BS is going to happen where Alexa Bliss retains the title. But no. Not only did she win clean, she completely squashed, annihilated, and destroyed Alexa Bliss. Now, how long Ronda Rousey is going to hold this title, we don't know. But hey, she can relish in the moment because this is a damn good squash match. And the last match of the night, Roman Reigns going up against Brock Lesnar for the WWE Universal title. I still say Bobby Lashley should have been in the main event of this. And everybody else thought that Braun Strowman was going to cash in after this match. Oh, no. Right after Brock Lesnar entered and Paul Heyman announced, Brock Lesnar's entrance or whatever. That's when Braun Strowman came out and announced that whoever is the winner of this title, match, is going to immediately catch these hands after that bell rings. He said he wasn't going to do it by surprise. He said whoever gets that 3 count is going to get those hands. Now, Braun Strowman's presence had a big impact on the match. And heck, I mean, even though we all know that Brock is going to go back to the UFC, I kind of wouldn't mind seeing a triple threat match between Braun, Brock, and Roman. I kind of didn't expect Roman to win, or at least walk out of SummerSlam with the title around his waist. Everybody thought that Brock was going to win, and then Braun was going to cash in on Brock. Everybody thought that was going to happen, and everybody, including myself. But even though everybody's saying how tired they are of Roman and Brock, and this feud's been going on for 3 years, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. I would have to say, out of all the other matches they had, this probably was the best Brock and Roman match, especially with the stakes with this match at stake. What the thing is, Bobby Lashley hasn't been on SummerSlam, and we haven't seen him in a couple of weeks, so that makes me wonder, do they have something planned for him? Because this is what I thought was going to happen. If I was WWE, I'd pitch this idea to them. Like, I would have had, if I was the main event, or if it was me, the main event of SummerSlam would have been Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley, knowing that Brock Lesnar is going back to the UFC. I would have had Bobby Lashley go over Brock clean, and then I would have Roman. I mean, I'd have Braun feud with Roman and Bobby Lashley, a feud that goes into Survivor Series 2018, and then I'd probably have Braun win, and then I'd probably have Braun keep the title until maybe the Royal Rumble, and then I'd have like the number one contenders match. I'd probably have either a number one contenders match between Roman and Lashley, or have Lashley win the Royal Rumble and then go up against Braun or Roman at next year's WrestleMania. But still, it's going to be interesting to see what goes on in the next couple of months. I mean, I always say, a lot of people they say that they don't have faith in WWE, but me, I'll have faith in WWE in their booking and how they use people, which I guess is why me and millions of other people continue to watch, because wrestling is a guilty pleasure, no matter how much we complain about it. But anyway, that's my SummerSlam 2018 recap. What do you guys think of it? And if you're new to the channel, as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and I will be back next time. Peace.